laundry day again. Still got some diesel and oil stains. Nice. What are you doing? You're a bit hyper today.
No, I'm deliriously tired.
I've done it the wrong way round. All done. It's time to move. Not going that far, but given that we did the service yesterday, giving the engine a quick once over, and then we're ready to go. All good.
We're saying bye to our bath mooring now. Probably the last time we'll moor here properly. So it's kind of bittersweet.
Off we go. It's a little bit sad.
It's just pulled off another cracking manoeuvre.
It's quite a tight one though. It's another bit where we can turn around because we're 50 foot long and the gap just happens to be about 51 foot long.
Yeah, literally we're touching front and back, but just.
Yeah.
We're just going to the high boat place to top up on all the facilities.
We haven't been able to get diesel for a while because the fuel boat's pump's broken, but we definitely want to top up before we tackle the really terrifying river.
What's happened?
There's been a spillage. I don't know why, and I don't know how, but I pulled the cassette out like we normally do, and a small wave engulfed my
Did you
hand.
empty it first?
Yes.
Oh.
Exactly what we normally do. But this time, the cassette fought back, and it literally just covered my hand.
Was it clean water or was it?
No. It could be worse, but it could have been better. It definitely wasn't clear.
Let's see. We're just turning round. We were going to moor up in Bathampton, but we're going to go again a bit closer to Bath because we're leaving on Thursday for a very exciting trip.
A very scary trip. Don't mind me, I'm just winding my vessel.
Bin's done. Easy. Easy.
We did it.
Nice.
Go.
The sun is really blinding, I can't see anything.
The last time we came down here, we were cruising at night and we couldn't see anything. Now there's too much light and I can't see anything. So we've actually come back to the same spot because you can stay in one spot for 2 weeks. So we've got a few more days back in this lovely spot and then we will be leaving Bath.
Today's quite an exciting day because we're having some work done. We're getting a proper professional in.
We do like to try and tackle these things ourselves, but the things that we want him to try and do are way outside our knowledge of just how things work. So we wouldn't even know where to start.
And it was good because we were basically able to say, this is our problem, this is what we want. Can you help us, please? So, this is the before of this. This is what was there by the previous owners. So because we've got the desk, which is great for while Wes is at work and when I'm streaming, Wes edits on the sofa. And also when Wes is at work, I'm working on thumbnails and stuff like that. And then this corner, you know, we have the drawers and we're still quite happy with them, but they're tiny and they don't fill the space very well. And also, Dupes' ramps haven't been working.
Just got to clear out the old wardrobe first.
Don't try and do it all in one. No, don't try and do it all in one. Wes. Wes.
Oh no, come on, help me, help
No.
me, help me.
No. I told you not to do it all in one.
That's heavier than it looks. Come on, that was quite good.
It's quite impressive, but I refuse to help.
I know we obviously spent quite a lot of effort chainsawing the wardrobe to try and make it fit, but it wasn't wasted work because we did still need to have that out so that the carpenter can do his thing.
And it also gave us a better idea of what we actually wanted from the space and how much room there was in there, so it wasn't all wasted. Look how small they are.
Our cutlery drawer's bigger than that. Careful of your throat. Lucas is practicing his being nice and quiet and not barking his head off.
Being calm and collected, aren't we? We're saying goodbye to these drawers that lasted us about a month because they were too small. But don't worry, they haven't gone to waste because we've put them on Facebook Marketplace. It's a running joke, but another one of Wes's excellent lunch breaks.
Just a fashion accessory.
We're meeting someone and they've just got a trolley, it's great.
So we're actually going on tidal waters for the first time tomorrow, which is a bit scary, and you're advised to make sure that you've got an anchor. We've never actually gotten ours out because we did the Thames in summer and it was really calm. We don't actually know if we've got all the bits we need.
Can you see it?
No. I swear there's one in here somewhere.
So we thought we've had one this whole time, but we've never actually got it out. I hope we have.
We haven't got one. I could have sworn there was one in there. Nowhere else it could be, is there?
No. We've never actually seen it. We just thought it was in there.
I thought we had seen it.
No.
Where'd you buy an anchor from?
We saw this rope and it looked like a chain, and I think we thought it was that. But we've never actually seen the anchor itself.
That'd be because it doesn't exist.
Yes. Makes sense now, doesn't it? So the carpenter's just finished and we're happy with some bits of it. It's really cool, but other bits after the install, we're not so sure. So these are the drawers that he's done. They're custom to the height, so we asked them to be about this high and stick out this much so we can fit the wash basket to the side. We're really happy with them in the sense that the drawers are so deep, we can fit loads in compared to the old ones. And we've got 4 really big drawers for all of our clothes. That brings me to one of the issues. Because we live on a boat, obviously one of the things that needs to be important is that they stay shut even when the boat's listing. And he's installed some latches, but they don't seem to work very well. So that keeps happening. One of the main reasons we wanted to get a carpenter and spend that extra bit of money was because in boats there's loads of different angles and all of that kind of stuff, so we wanted it to be custom to the side, but it was just square, so there was a big gap at the back. To be fair, we highlighted to him and he added, so there's a little additional thing which means it's flush to the back, but again it would have been nice if the drawers went all the way back that size.
One little thing that he did miss, which we can fix, but we didn't realise straight away, is this little screw sticking through the wall. That is pretty much where my foot goes, so we'll have to address that. One other minor thing is that because our flooring didn't go all the way into the wardrobe, it means that the drawers are installed a little bit too low, which means it's a little bit scrapey and there's not a great amount of airflow underneath. So at some point we might just need to raise them up a little bit. We are really happy and we're so grateful that we've got all this extra clothes storage, and that's just made it so much better.
So overall we're quite happy with the drawers. There's just those little bits. On to the next thing.
So the next request that we had was a little bit awkward. It required a little bit of lateral thinking to try and figure out how to solve the problem that we had. So the main things that we wanted was for it to look kind of stylish and rustic, and for it to be strong enough for us to work on and lean on quite comfortably with a laptop and various other bits on it. So here's the result. we're kind of happy with it, but there are a few issues as well. So in the initial sketches it did look more like a radiator cover and we were really happy with that, but the finished product has used more of like a trellis, which doesn't quite give the sort of visuals that we really wanted from it. One of our friends actually likened it to more of a rabbit hutch or a chicken coop, which isn't great, but at least it does still let the radiator heat come through, which is kind of good. So this bit pulls out and attaches in there. Because it's only one bit of wood, it is a little bit flimsy.
Especially in that corner where there's no bracket. When you press on that corner, you can see it's putting strain on this bracket here.
And obviously if we're trying to work here for several hours, leaning on it isn't really an option. For now though, we've come up with the genius solution of a bit of wood. And we just kind of wedge it in. And then at least then we can fully lean on it and there's no risk of it collapsing with our things on it. The one issue that we do have that is going to be a lot harder to resolve is that the unit was built as a box. Similarly to the drawers, you kind of need it to be tapered for the slant of a boat's walls. The unit isn't actually straight. There's a big overhang down here, which is a little bit of a hazard for the old ankle. And it also means that on the top, it's really slanted. So it does the job, but there's just like a few things with the install that I don't think work very well.
So the third thing that we got them to do was a custom ramp for Dupes. We've tried different types and they just don't seem to work because he's quite old and he doesn't like a very steep slope. So we had this one custom, really happy with it. There's a couple of things, but these ones can be easily fixed. So here it is. It's just a little ramp. We couldn't have had one ramp all the way down because that's just way too steep of an angle. So what we asked for is a corner ramp. You can come down and hop down. So this is the angle that it would be at with the install. However, we think what we're just going to do is just put a little lip of something on here so that we can rest it on there. And that makes it a much better angle for Dupes to be able to hop down. Such a nice little ramp, it's really good quality and very sturdy as well. The ramp itself is really nice, the hinges are nice, the quality is really good, and we asked for it to be foldable and to be able to put it away. The only issue is he used wooden dowels to be able to put the ramps in, but once they're in, they're really hard to get out. You have to use another wooden dowel and kind of poke it. And it's not easy to do at all. So we wanted to kind of be able to put it down quite easy in the day or something like that. But it's definitely, we're going to have to think of something to be able to fit in there to make that a lot easier than the wooden dowels. But it does completely fold up and folds into itself, which is really, really nice.
The other downside to the dowels is that because they're quite thin wood, they snap, and we've already snapped one of them.
So it folds in there like that, and then it can be used as a step. We messaged the carpenter with our kind of issues of the install, and he basically just said that our expectations were too high. So I don't know where to go from here. I don't want to be problematic and complaining a lot, but I don't know, when you spend the extra money to get custom built things by a tradesperson, they're just those little details that you would expect to be considered, like the slant of the walls, compared to buying from a shop. So we're a little bit disappointed overall, but it's fine.
I think it's just something that we're coming to terms with though, when you get stuff custom built, to just be very specific about everything, because what we think might seem obvious for our needs might not actually be that obvious. It's a learning process, as everything is.
Yeah, we're just feeling a little bit overall disappointed, aren't we?
A little bit deflated.
But let us know what you think. If you've got any ideas of how to solve any of the problems that we've got with them, let us know, because we would love to hear them.